also taking part. Well, let's speak to one of the protesters taking part, Clare Solomon from the National People's Assembly. Clare, good to have you with us. So tell us about this march, huge march that's been taking place. What are you hoping to achieve?
Well, thanks very much for having us on Aljazeera today. It's obviously wonderful to be with you, and we've got hundreds and hundreds of thousands of people on the streets of London, all here saying to our government that we're not going to put up with another 5 years of cuts. This government got in on a very small minority. 24.6% of people voted for the Tory. That's only 25% of them voted. So we're 75% of us are here now saying we're not going to put up with them.
But the UK has a deficit, of course, and the Prime Minister has pledged to bring that down. How is he going to do that without more cuts? Well, they keep saying that we need more austerity to bring down the deficit, but we know that austerity isn't working. Since the Tories have been in power, since the coalition government came into power, in fact, the deficit is in fact doubled, nearly tripled. We've got people living on poverty lines, lowest poverty levels since the records begin. We've got a quarter of our population living in poverty. 1 million people are having to survive on food banks. 400,000 children are going to school hungry and fainting at school because they've not had breakfast before going to school. This is an absolute disgrace. We know they've got the money. They say they haven't got the money, but we know they have. They make political decisions on what they're spending their money on. They spend billions on war. We know that they've gone to a war in Iraq, occupying Afghanistan, in Libya, and they have money for that. So if they've got money to kill people, they should find money to save people. And while we're talking about that, the government that take people to war have to vilify Muslims in order to justify their war. So we'd like to send a message of solidarity to Muslims around the world who are fasting for Ramadan, who are on the demonstration today, showing massive commitment to come on a demonstration while fasting. And the People's Assembly say this is the start of a campaign of strikes and direct action. So what can we expect going forward, Clare?
Well, this is it. I mean, the People's Assembly is a massive coalition of people from all different backgrounds, from the Labour Party, from Green Party, from unions, from library campaigns, from LGBT campaigns and students. And we're all together here to say this is just the beginning. We are going to keep up the pressure on the government until the government back down on these disgraceful austerity measures that are attacking people right across the country, that are, people that are disabled are having their cuts, their services cut, education is being privatised, housing is being sold off, and then they have the cheek to blame migrants for causing the problem. It's not migrants that cause the problem, it is the banking system and it is this disgraceful government that are causing the problem.
Clare, good to speak with you. Thank you very much indeed for joining us here on Al Jazeera. That's Clare Solomon from the National People's Assembly.
Thank you very much.
All right, let's go back to our top story on World Refugee Day. We can speak to Kilian Kleinschmidt. He used to manage the Zaatari camp in Jordan for the UN Refugee Agency. He joins me now live from Vienna. And Kilian, I know that you have worked with many refugees.